Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Victor Simmons, JJ Diamond, Jackie Deja, whatever y'all call me. Today I just wanted to talk to y'all about Poppy Pum Pum and In Common. Y'all know I use my Jamaican voice in that song. Y'all know I've been running with the Jamaicans since a very young age, very, very young age. It was like my second family heritage, even though I'm not Jamaican. I ran into a negative Jamaican, very negative. It gave me a whole different outlook on their people. I've never had this outlook on their people ever. It's not all Caribbean people. That I'm not going to say. However, I'm leaving it to them to teach their people the way they should be and the way they should act. I will no longer cover them, helping them, training them, or even dealing with them. It hurts me. However, some things you have to just let go. And that's one of them. The disrespect with them towards us Americans is getting out of hand. Us Americans tried to show them as much respect as possible when they came to our country because they had the same color skin we had. We bought from them so they can survive. But the disrespect is getting out of hand. They taught me a lot. However, I will say thank you for the knowledge that y'all have given me. But the moment that y'all feel that y'all are better and we have to deal with the disrespect, y'all got to continue to teach our people. I don't want to totally, because I do have some that's in our family via marriage-wise, and this is one of the reasons why I don't want to totally blank them out and not cover them under the black culture. However, if they can't learn to discipline themselves the proper way, the way we're teaching our people, meaning Hispanic and Black, Native Indian, I have to close my eyes to you. We're in a time right now in America where our color skin don't make a difference and what's going on. We're getting over COVID. And we're not over it. It's just that they're giving up, because they didn't take the proper precautions to take care of the situation the proper way. However, the world must go on. We as colored people have to learn more discipline, have to learn how to respect our families, our friends, our cultures. And the moment that I see that a culture is being disrespectful to another person of that color, we turn our backs to them. We're leading our people into great turnarounds. We've been looked down upon and stereotyped for many years. Okay? Negro people have taken on wearing dreads to honor the Jamaicans in our country. But meanwhile we're being stereotyped and didn't understand why. But yet and still Jamaicans don't even wear dreads. They should always honor us with respect as long as they're getting respect. And that's not what we're seeing today. We fought hard to honor them, just like we fight hard to honor the Chinese right now because of the things that they've done for our country. People may not understand why we do what we do, but we do it to show love. And if you can't respect that love, then you just don't deserve that love. That's just the way it works. I'm one of the easiest people in the world to get along with. I let people know how I feel so they can respond the proper way. That I'm not here to play games with you. I'm here to be as serious as possible with you. I have too much to lose and a lot more to gain. I walked the streets of Harlem all my growing up years. And Jamaicans will always make sure that I was good. They knew my backstory. That love went from the streets of Harlem to the streets of the Bronx, from the streets of the Bronx to Brooklyn, from Brooklyn to Rochester to Albany and also Buffalo, New York. This is why I honored them in my music. However, at this time, I feel like they don't deserve it. And by July, I will be taken down, even though In Common with Alicia Keys is one of my top paying songs. I will be removing it from the platform, and I have that right, because I own it. That In Common song, Alicia Keys had 4 other artists that joined on that song. And they chose mine to play via TV and radio. To once again honor the Jamaicans. And the disrespect that I'm getting from Jamaican culture doesn't sit well with me. So with that being said, and see, this is the thing. People forget that our music plays not only in America, in other countries. It sets platforms in other countries for cultures and other heritages. So, with that being said, I'm gonna have to take it down. Because I'm not gonna tolerate the disrespect in honoring people that don't deserve it. And that's just the facts. Am I gonna tell the story of why they are not deserving? Or why a single person that I deal with is not deserving? No, I'm not gonna tell the story. But I will tell you that what this person has done from the beginning to now is unacceptable. It was unacceptable. So I want to leave it up to them to retrain this person on how things are done and how respect is given. How the people been honoring them for years and that they've paid their dues. And this is why we show them and pay homage, but not to be disrespected. The Jamaicans protected me because my grandmother was a part of the Negro League. And their skin color was just like mine. I didn't ask for the power. And that's what people fail to realize. I didn't ask for this power. I was born into it. It's a gift and it's a curse. I've always wanted a normal life. But I can't have a normal life because of what I was born into. I've tried to hide. But some way, somehow, they always want to bring me back out in the forefront so that people can hear and listen. I had another Jamaican in Buffalo that I took up under my wing, and I helped him. But his mind wasn't right, and they wound up killing him. And it hurt me to my heart to this day. Because he turned on me and I didn't like it. And they found him dead on the train tracks. He was just a child that wanted to be loved. They needed love. I don't want nobody to die. I just want y'all to train them. Train your people. We're leaving the responsibility up to y'all now to train your own people. You don't disrespect the people that's in your corner. You don't disrespect the people that's been covering you. In other words, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's just what it is. I'm really like I really don't know how to explain it. You know, people can push you so far to the limits to where, you know, you could tell them, listen, I see our friendship is going to end if it doesn't change. I see this is going to get ugly if things don't change. And they will ignore everything you're saying. You try your best to explain to them where your power lies. You know. But they don't listen. I have Caribbean friends all over the place, all over the countries. I have one in Canada. Matter of fact, the one in Canada is the one who played my music first. Radio wise. Because I've always had a strong bond. You know, it's so strong that people thought I was Caribbean. You know. It's Hispanic and, you know, the Caribbeans, they close knit. You know, that's why I say I don't want nobody to get hurt. They need to train this one particular one because his mind is not right. Was I the last result? I know y'all always find a way to get a person to me, for me to teach them, one way or another. Because of something they may not be doing right. They need extra training, extra love, or whatever the case may be. And I have a way with me, I guess. That's why they get them to me to try to make them, get right. I don't know if I don't have the patience anymore. I don't know what it is, but this last one here is just got me through the roof with, I just can't do it no more. Don't send me no more. Don't send me no more, please. I can't no more. This one has gotten me to the point of no return. And y'all know I love everybody. Treat everybody kindly. I treat everybody fair. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt because I know we have a hard life to live, especially when you don't know God. A lot of people portray to know God, but in reality, they really don't. And then they're afraid to learn God, So, with that being said, I'm going to leave it up to y'all. So I'm just, I'm not saying I'm leaving y'all, my Caribbean family forever, I'm just saying I have to see change. I have to see change. I don't want to have to quiet y'all. Because y'all been good to me. And when you're good to someone, you show them love. That's the way it works. But when they start being disrespectful and not doing things the proper way, we close our eyes to it. And that's just what it is. That's just the facts. Anytime I have to live my life very stressful because of another being, I have to delete that person, get away from that person and move on with my life. However, my life has always played a big part with the Caribbean family. And I decided to show that what people didn't know. Harlem know. Buffalo know. I played a big part in a lot of cultures and in different areas. A lot of the cultures they accept me because I get along. Like I said, I get along with almost everybody, and I teach, our American way. They teach me their way, and that's how we come together in love and culture here in America. You notice I started marketing the Indians more. They are my biggest fans right now. They are the ones that I've ran into some bad ones and I've ran into some good ones. But more good than bad. So that's what I'm focusing on right now because Jamaican culture is not at their highest peak to be on the front line at this point. They're not doing things the proper way to be on the front line. My Arabian and Chinese families and my Indian family, those are the three that's on the front line. I was still debating between the Arabs and the Jamaicans. But the Arabs have proved themselves today. Well, yesterday. And the thing was, they stood down and waited for the Jamaicans to prove themselves, and they didn't. They waited for the blacks to prove themselves. The blacks did prove themselves. And the Arabs proved themselves. And let me tell you, something, not to get off course, but I got to talk to my Hispanic people. Listen here, especially you Mexicans. Y'all make more money than everybody in Charlotte, North Carolina. There's no reason for y'all to be stealing. Okay? I know my people, my black people, taught y'all that stuff. Okay? But y'all going to leave that one alone. I'm in the store today, Family Dollar. It's the first time I've ever seen this one. 2 Mexicans came in, grabbed some beer and walked out the store, while a black person was helping me. I was having some issues with my car. My car locked up, and I went to buy a battery, thinking it was the battery, but it was my car had locked up. And so I went to the store and bought the battery. And I couldn't get it open. I got nails on. This is why I hate wearing nail jobs. I try to do it for the the culture. This is what we do. Get your nails done. Look pretty on your hands. Look pretty on Instagram when you're promoting your products and different things like that. So I got the nails done, and they look really nice. They do. I really like them. However, I couldn't do anything. Okay, I was able to work today though, and I didn't have a problem. And I got to my goal at work. But when it came to fixing my car, I couldn't do it. I needed help. Anyway, so the black guy, he helped me. But while he was helping me, the Mexicans were stealing. No. Y'all have more money than we do. Because y'all work so hard. Y'all work all these jobs. Y'all all live together. Y'all pushing $50,000 vehicles coming through this joint. You think I don't see y'all? I see y'all. Y'all run this town. The Hispanics run this town. Okay? Especially where I live. If it's the Hispanics, then it's the blacks. Granted, I'm both. So I just mixed in with them. But just because y'all have money, don't mean y'all have the right to walk in the store and take people's stuff. It's the same with black people. You don't have the rights. And most of the black people, they don't have the right, but they do it because they really need it. They don't have no other choice. Some of them. But you Mexicans, y'all have a choice. And it be stealing beer. It wasn't milk for the kids. It wasn't bread. It wasn't eggs. It wasn't meats. It was beer. That's not needed. This is why I'm bringing it to the attention. Because it was for your enjoyment. So yeah, I feel some kind of way, Mexicans. Y'all my heritage, but y'all know if y'all wrong, I'm gonna set y'all straight. That's just what it is. And the thing about it is I didn't even tell y'all. See y'all. Somebody else seen y'all. But it wasn't right. Now you're gonna have people looking at our Hispanic heritage differently once again. You gotta remember, people, the things that you do reflects on all your people. Just like I was talking about, it was a guy that made a statement about Cabarrus County, and I know this is taking it off course of what I was talking about with the Jamaicans. However, it just gives y'all a little bit more idea of how things are ran. The guy was saying how us Pecan Tan people, I had to laugh when he said Pecan Tan because that's what my brother, my oldest brother, got. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's alive or dead. Alive or dead. I haven't seen my brother in over, I would say maybe 8 years. About 8 years, maybe a little bit longer. I haven't heard from him. Last time I heard, he was in Maryland and Glen Burnie area. Last I heard, but I don't know how true that is. But then I heard he was in D.C. I don't know how true that is either. So. However, my brother always called us Pecan Tan. So when the guy said today, and I read the post and it said Pecan Tan people, I had to smile because that's what my brother used to always call us. He didn't call us black. He called us Pecan Tan, And, so it just made me smile a little bit, But anyway, he might be still running around calling us Pecan Tan for all I know somewhere. But I had changed my number. He's not a social media person. I know he had just got a divorce recently. I spoke with his ex-wife. And he know I'm going to come at his tail about it. So that's probably why he's not contacting me. Because he know I'm going to get in that ass. Because we are leaders. We have to be because of our family and who we are. We've always been. Our kids are not the best. They always embarrass us. So we have to, stand disciplined and pray that some of our kids turn out okay. Granted, he got a few that's okay, and then he has a few that's not okay. And same on my end, but we are the head of our families. He's the head of his kids, which I believe he has 12 in Buffalo City. And I have a total of 7. Well, a total of 6, including myself. So that's a family size of about 20-something people, But we are the head of the family. And we rock with, a lot of the cultures because the way we look, our skin color, they connect with us because they know that we're not fully American, fully black, They know that we are mixed with something We didn't know we was mixed with something, but people can see it, you know. And I finally learned about my heritage and my culture. Did he know? Did he finally learn? I don't know. You know, for all I know, my brother could be listening to me right now. I don't know. You know, but that being said, we finally learned who we are. You know, my brother was big with the Arabs. That's how I got close with them. You know, I was big with the Jamaicans, and he, you know, started getting close with the Jamaicans, and that's how that works. You know, and we was that door to the white people because we are cool with a lot of the white people as well. For them, you know, to open up that door for them. The different cultures, you know, where the white people won't even look at them or won't even respect them, you know. If you notice, like certain cultures don't move, but to a certain level of life if they don't move in with certain cultures here in America, you know, and that's just the way it works, you know. It's sad to say, but that's just the way it works. Certain things don't move if you're not rocking with the Americans here in America, you know, via black or white. You know, white opens up the doors for the finances. Black opens up the doors of paying homage and giving them the love that's due to them, you know, for whatever reason, you know, and that's how we do it here in America. And we haven't changed. Over the 50 years that I've been alive, it hasn't changed. So this is the way we do it, you know. Just like, you know, we started promoting more. We had stopped promoting other countries like Paris and, you know, London. We stopped France. We stopped promoting that stuff. And recently we started promoting it again. And they're paying homage like with Jim Jones. I'm going to use him for instance. You know, they brought him over there to do a runway shoot, you know. This is how we pay homage to each other, you know, country to country, you know, by loving each other. You promote us, we'll promote you. This is the way it works, you know. However, some of these heritage and cultures is losing sight of who they are and what they stand for, and they are doing stuff just all disrespectful. So this is where we have to blind you once again. You know, we've done it, you know, like we did it to Paris. You know, we even though they was okay with us, we did it to them. We stopped buying the red bottoms. We stopped buying the Gucci, the Louis. We stopped buying all of that type of stuff because this is what we do. This is what we can do. You know what I'm saying? We are the power. America is supposed to be, even though we've been going through pure hell, it's supposed to be the greatest country in the world. This is why we get the most respect. Okay? But they've made it so, I don't even know how to put it, y'all. I've seen a lot of things change over the years. You know, things that the kids don't even know exist. And this is why they keep me in the industry. They don't keep me in because I make the greatest music. They keep me in because I know history about not only history before me, but the history that I lived, okay, and can be proven. This is why they keep me in, because I could continue to give them the knowledge, okay, where some other people can't because they never really lived it. They can say they lived it, but they have no proof they lived it. So this is why they keep me in. I ain't gonna say all my music is whack now, because the numbers don't lie, okay? But I have experience where there's songs that I have that I didn't get no sales on, okay? But then there's songs that I have that I got a bunch of sales on. So I respect the hustle. But with that being said, this is how things are done. And it's always been this way. What they say, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it. So we leave it the way it is. We give each other the love back and forth. Right now, the Indians, we're working on them because they've brought a lot to our culture here in America as well. I run with a lot of them, and a lot of them is in Ballantyne, Charlotte area, and I deal with some here in my little area where I live at work, they're around, and, we just give them the respect. I have some Patels that I've dealt with. I pretty much lived with the Patels when I was in the hotel in Maryland, and I had one Patel that really got on my nerve, the big man, he got on my nerve. But the other ones was lovely. They took care of me. They knew I was down, American that was down, and that's just the bottom line. And they helped me as much as they could, They saw me fight the battle. And a lot of them are still listening, to this day. They're actually on this podcast right here. They listen to me every day, So shout out to y'all guys. And I will continue to give y'all knowledge on how to deal with this thing here in America, as much as I can. We replace them with... we're actually replacing them with the Jamaicans, because it was actually the Arabs, Chinese, and Jamaicans, those three, that was well loved, and now the Jamaicans, they acting up, so, they're not teaching their people the things that they're supposed to do the proper way. They are too Americanized, and this is one of the things that becomes a problem when these cultures become Americanized. Y'all have certain cultures, stick by your culture. Okay, and that's just what it is. Okay, you must stick by your culture. You can't adopt the American culture, because that's not who you are. Stick to your culture and teach us, because you're in our land. So we need you to teach us, and we'll teach you about the American way. But hold to your culture. Nobody's not saying that you can't try our food and you can't do the things that we do. But the way y'all act, how can I put it? I don't want to put it wrong. I'm going to use this for instance. Okay. Once again, y'all know I rock with the Indians. I've been rocking with the Indians for a minute. So now, when I first promoted my product, I went to the Indians, to see if they was going to rock with me. And he did. They rock with me. And, but he didn't want to pay me. Okay. He didn't want to do the things the way Americans do it. Okay. And, I had to take him to court. It was no hard feelings. I wanted my money, and I wanted you to respect me for who I am, and what the rules are here in America. And that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, stand by your culture, but still respect the American way. Okay, we don't care that this is why we gave y'all an international aisle in the market. Okay, this is why we wear the things that y'all wear, and we do our hair like y'all guys do your hair. Excuse me. This is why. Excuse me. This is why we do all of this stuff. However, my allergies are bothering me today, and it's going to be hot today, y'all. This is why we do all these things, you know. We wear the colorful hair, you know. That started with the Jamaicans here in America. Okay, I don't know what they do over in Jamaica, but I know here in America, it was known for the Jamaicans to rock the colorful hair. Okay? And we followed behind them to show that it was okay. The Jamaicans came here and taught us about Dettol, which I hear in my song, Papi Pum Pum. What they used to clean their feminine areas in their bodies. The way they season their foods and the foods that they eat. We brought that to the light. We still have cultures here in America that we are not even bringing to the light for real. Like now, y'all know I love Jerusalem, Egypt, but their food, we are not bringing it to the light because it's not all that great to us. Okay, to some people, of course, some people is going to like it, but it's not the best to us. So we're not bringing it out to the forefront. So this is the way it works. Right now, everybody wants more of, for some reason, they want to eat the soul food, and the soul food is a killer. But we were working on the Mexicans with the tacos, you know. We even made it a day for Taco Tuesday. We got a whole day for tacos. This is what we do. This is the way it works. You know, we wanted to bring the Jamaicans back to the forefront because a lot of their food has a lot of herbs in it. That's good for us. But they're not even respecting that fact. You know, they're not respecting the fact that we were trying to love them. But they're not respecting themselves enough to see it. So that's why we got to now blind ourselves and move on to something else. This is how we do here in America. Now, the Indian food, and I know this is not about food, but y'all know I love food, is a culture that uses similar to the Jamaican culture. Only thing is their food is a little bit more spicy than the Jamaican food, you know. I haven't ran into no Indian restaurants, you know. I haven't even ever eaten any Indian food. Now, when I go into the international aisle and I see I'm still sleepy, guys. I see the Jamaican curry and then I see the Indian curry. You know, so we know it's a difference. What is the difference? I don't know. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and I'm going to let y'all know. Because y'all know I eat a lot of curry shrimp. I eat a lot of curry. I'm trying to get away from the chicken. I eat curry fish. You know, I'm just a curry person. Period. But I can say that the Jamaicans put me on to that. I used to eat Jamaican food every single day of my life because that was the only food I was able to digest. Jamaican food and Chinese food. I couldn't digest nothing else. Put it like this, my stomach won't hurt. I eat my food, not meaning me cooking it, but soul food, I'm sick of the dog. But if I eat, and Hispanic food too, I'm sorry. If I eat Caribbean food, Hispanic food, or Chinese food, I'm good. Ew. But the moment I eat soul food, if it's not fish, I'm sick. For the whole time, the doctor told me to lay off certain foods. The whole time, it wasn't the foods. It was the way the foods were being cooked and the culture. Because I'm able to eat, once again, certain foods in certain cultures, but in other cultures, I can't. In my culture, put it like this, the black culture, I can't. I get sick. And some of the Hispanic culture, because they use a lot of salt. So that makes me sick as well. But for the most part, if I just eat the Caribbean and Chinese food, I'm good. I'm woke, Egypt. Oh, today Egypt is getting her braces. So I'm more nervous than she is. I'm like, ooh, I don't know about this thing. But she's been supposed to have the braces last year. I had some financial issues, so I couldn't get them at that time. However, today is the day. And I'm more afraid than she is. It's not surgery, but it's altering, your body. So it's to me, it's just like having surgery, So anyway, I'm going to end this podcast. I just want to let y'all know that I'm going to be pulling away from the Jamaican culture for a while until the respect gets better. If y'all notice, I support a lot of the Caribbean cultures. It's just who I've grown up to be, I'll never forget one of my good friends when I was young. Matter of fact, when I was going through with my little brother, around the time my little brother died, right before he died, though, when I told y'all my mother was on drugs, and she would never buy food, and all we would have is the rice, the what they call it, the government rice, and my best friend was Jamaican, and I'll never forget. I don't know if y'all remember Tom McCann. It was a sneaker store, a shoe store, and my aunt had bought me some burgundy Tom McCann sneakers, and she went and she told her mom, and her mom went and got her some brown Tom McCann sneakers. So we had the same sneakers, and I'll never forget her coming to my house, asking me to come outside, and I was looking down at her feet, at her sneakers, and I could see it just like it was yesterday, and I told her, I said, I'm hungry, and I don't have no food, and all I got is rice in here. And she came to me, is bringing tears to my eyes, and she said, don't worry about it. We was 12 years old. And she said, don't worry about it. Come on, let me show you. You'll be all right. Just eating the rice. And she took me in the kitchen, and she looked in the refrigerator, She said, well, you don't even have seasoning. And I said, no. And she said, you got an onion? And I said, what is that going to do? She said, it's going to season the rice. It's bringing tears to my eyes, guys. And she said, come on, you put the rice on. Well, I put the rice on. And she cut the onions. And she put it in there. And she said, let's just let the onions cook in the rice. She said, I bet you it has flavor. And she was like, I'm going to go to my house. She said, I hope my mother don't get mad. But I'm going to go to my house and get you some butter. And I said, okay. And I waited for her. She came back. Her name was Charmaine. And she came back with the butter. And I was able to feed me and my brother. And she taught me how to make stewed chicken. You know, a lot of them put ketchup in the stewed chicken because they didn't have tomato paste or different sauces to put in there. But as I grew older, they taught me, you know, how to make it without ketchup and like with brownie sauce and stuff like that. You know, so as I got older and dealt with more and more of them, they taught me more and more. That's why it hurts me to my heart. How this Jamaican that was in my circle is acting. You know, I never had to experience this from a Jamaican being so cruel and rude and mean. I've never had to experience this, so it just blows my mind. You know. But yeah, you know, Charmaine was a beautiful friend. I'll never forget her. You know, she was full-blooded Jamaican, father and mother. Both came from Jamaica. And they lived their life here in America. You know, my brother dated her sister for a little while, you know. But they were very, very cool people, you know, and it started there, you know. They knew what we was going through, and they knew what they've been through, and they was able to teach me how to survive it, you know. People say, well, how do you make it? Because these other countries or cultures taught me how to make it because they've been in poverty, so they know what it's like. They taught me how to make it through poverty. But when they start looking down on you because they feel like they're better than you, that's when you have to break ties. And this is what this Jamaican that I had, because he's no longer in my circle, I had in my circle, is doing. He's trying to look down upon me because of some of the things that I do and some of the things of where I live and different things like that. You know, how dare you, you know? And granted, I told him, I said, I said to him, this was a few years back, I said, I don't want to be that person to have to live off of porridge. You know, that's what they call cereal, like Farina, cream and wheat, you know. And he was like, you right. You know, and I'm like, okay, so if I'm right, how is it that you looking down upon me? Because I live in a little bit lower class area that you feel is lower class, not what the state feel like is lower class. You looking down upon me because I don't want to have to live off of rice or rice and onions or porridge, because I don't want to live off that stuff. You want to look down upon me. So, yeah. They taught me how to do it, but that don't mean I have to live like that. When I'm ending this podcast, I got to get my day going, guys. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for all the support, especially my Indian family. I love you guys. I'm going to do more research on y'all guys' food. And I know y'all, I had a couple of Indians that came to me and asked me to do some videos on how I cook my seafood, because they're not big in seafood. So I'm going to start I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all a fairy tale, because I'm doing so much in my life right now, like school, working, and my business. However, as soon as I can get past maybe the school, I will start doing some videos with you guys seasoning with seafood. That way y'all can have more ideas on how to cook seafood here in America, because they want to get into the seafood side of life, And I've had a few of them. It's crazy because I had a couple of Indians mention that to me, about seafood. They want seafood. They got that taste of that seafood, and they want seafood, but they don't know how to make it. They only can go out and buy it. So, yeah, we're going to get into that, making some seafood with the different seasonings, Yeah. So, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon, and y'all all have a wonderful, blessed day.